Hey world, it's your host Marshall. Thanks for tuning into my podcast, Run On Thoughts. Here we talk about everything and nothing because we are not afraid to be all of ourselves even as we evolve. And that's my thought for my fellow thought thinkers as we unpack our traumas, past hurts, and other BS. Y'all ready? Let's go. Hey, thought thinkers, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Run On Thoughts. I am excited to be here today for another episode. I hope you guys have spent the week living a life worthy of your presence, worthy of you being here. But before we get started, as usual, I want to stand in a place of gratitude and say thank you to anyone who has listened one time, who's been listening from the very beginning, and all of those who are listening today. I say thank you, and I hope that you are being inspired to unpack and unlearn behaviors that no longer serve you. With that, I welcome you to go to runONthoughts.com, listen from there, subscribe, and become a thought thinker. Today's episode 117 is simple: comparison thief. But I want to share the word of the week with you. The word is simple: contentment. Many of you are not content, and that is the problem, because you're out in the world judging yourselves against everything and nothing. A state of peaceful happiness and satisfaction with what one has, rather than what one lacks or wishes for. Contentment is the antidote to comparison. See? It's the antidote. If you can find a way to have gratitude and be content, it is the pill you need so that you are not out here feeling not content. It's not about settling or having no ambition. It's about being grounded, like I said, grounded in gratitude and secure in your own pace and secure in your own path. This word helps. It should help you shift your focus from what you think you're missing to what you already have. Ain't that some shit? To what you already have. Every time I talk about something with you guys, I recognize that there are some clear ideas and focuses and things that are similar. We are always going to be talking about being content. We are always going to be talking about gratitude, which for me is my life's word, along with joy and happiness, contentment. I stand in a place of gratitude every week on this podcast because it is the gratitude in knowing that I am doing the work. I am unpacking my shit. I want to say discipline, but it's not discipline, guys, because every day it's not easy. There are things that come easy and there are things that do not come easy, but we have to be on a path every day to try to become, and it's not just better people. It's better at being ourselves. Better at being the selves that we were born to be will allow you to stand in your worthiness. You are worthy, and you are worthy simply because you are here. You're here. Look in the mirror. Say, I'm here. I'm here. And because I am here, I am worthy. What if the only reason you're unhappy is because you're measuring your life with someone else's ruler? You're here. I want to confront the silent thief of joy. Comparison is the silent thief, fucking thief of joy. This constantly stacking your life against others, against their desires and society's invisible timeline, robs us of contentment and clarity. You can't see who you are. You can't see your journey. You can't see where you're going. How do you reclaim your own path and find peace? Find peace in your own journey. How do you clear the path? Because the truth is, you have to clear out the clutter of other people's shit. Ain't that some truth? I want you to know you will no longer measure your journey by someone else's map, because your timing is divine. My path is mine. That's from a quote, and I'm going to read the quote as is. I will no longer measure my journey by someone else's map. My timing is divine. My path is mine. My timing is divine. My path is mine. It's simple. You're here. That means you are worthy. How many times do I have to say it out loud? You say it out loud. My timing is divine. I am here. I am worthy. You are here. You are worthy. If you need someone else to say it, I'm saying it for you. You are here. You are worthy. Some of you need to have a good cry, and not a good cry about the bad things that are happening in your life, but a good cry about all of the times that you have let life fuck you over. And that you are not just carrying the burdens of your own shit, but you are carrying the burdens of societal expectations. You are carrying the burdens of your big ass eyes and what you see instead of who you are. And I am telling you to rejoice in who you are. I have been here. I try to tell you guys every damn week that everything I discuss and say to you guys comes from a place of authentic honesty and me first unpacking and unlearning the same shit that I am trying to help you guys to unpack and unlearn. And I don't always get it right. And sometimes I got to keep unpacking. And it's not just about unpacking. That unlearning is powerful because you have to go inside and teach yourself new habits, new ways of being. You got to be disciplined. You got to not do the thing that, although unhealthy, feels normal, because you know that it is not working. I am so grateful for the life that I have had, the ups and downs and sideways turns and all these fucking routes that I have been on. It has not always been easy, but what it has been, because I am now there, is worthwhile. And I plan on being here for another 50, 60, 70 years because I enjoy living life. I want to be here for myself. I want to be here for the connections that life brings me. I want to be here for those that I love. I love living a life. But that feeling didn't happen overnight. I have not always felt like I want to be here all the time because I didn't know how to be here. I was so busy, like most of us in my younger years, comparing myself to others, comparing what I define success as, comparing how I define beauty, comparing how I define rich, comparing how I define happiness, comparing what I want, where I want to live, who I want to be with, how I want to be with them, what I like, what I don't like. And it's so much work because inside of your soul, you know who you are. But life makes you afraid. Life makes you afraid to be your authentic self because of all of the naysayers, because of the haters, because of those so entrenched in being traditional and so entrenched and so afraid of change when they don't even realize that they've been changed. Life and society and norms have morphed them into these things that they don't like. Why do you think so many people are miserable? Why do you think so many people are judgmental? It's because they do not have the courage to stand 10 toes down and being their own selves. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy when you got to unpack your own shit. And now I'm here telling you that you got to unpack other people's shit. It's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. I understand. But like I said, I have been there. I have been there. I have wanted things simply because other people have wanted the thing for me or have told me what I wanted. Kind of like marriage. I love the idea of relationships, right? I love the idea of relationships. And I believe that we need community, we need people, we need love, we need companionship. I believe this. But the idea of marriage is a construct. But almost everything is a construct, right? Anything that relies on somebody else other than nature, other than the 360 degrees of life and the circle of life, is a construct. And marriage is a construct designed by capitalism for rulership, for growing a legacy, for growing a family, for growing a kingdom. Women were not seen as humans, but as a resource, as money, as a way to join families, and so many other things that you can look into. But it has morphed into this idea of love, but love that says that I am the servant in the story. And I have recognized that I have been trained to be the servant in the story. I have been trained to cater to and to put myself last and to put my needs last. And there are so many men who have been trained to see those ideas of me putting myself last as love. And I don't blame them because I know that they too have been indoctrinated into a system that says that that's who I am. But nobody asked me who I am. Nobody asked me what they wanted. They decided that that's who I was. And I'm trying to figure out where they got that from. It's made up. But when you've been indoctrinated into a thing, you believe is what you do because that is what you see others doing. So it gets passed down from generation to generation. And then what happens is it becomes a part of your core brain, your core energy, your core soul, your core beliefs, your core ideas. But now, as women are getting agency over themselves, over their minds, over their bodies, what happens is even your mind changes. The neurons in your mind, your synapses in your mind are changed. And who you really are is revealed to you, because what you were was about your survival. What you were was about your survival. Everybody wanting women to go back to being Big Mama, but they have no idea what Big Mama wanted. She did the best she could with what she had. And if you asked her a question, she still had to answer the question not with the whole truth, but from a place of survival. Survival. And that's how I know that there are so many who do not want to be loved, right? Because if I need you to survive, I can't be choosing you out of love. I'm choosing you because I need covering, because I need a roof, because I need food. But now that women seem to have agency and we all have more choices, there's a disruption. And that disruption is clear. And I understand why we are in this topsy-turvy space and nobody knows what to do. It's not a bad place to be in. Uncertainty is not a bad place. It usually means that people are simply uncomfortable with change. That's all, with change. But instead of blaming other people, sometimes we have to make decisions. If you want that thing, and you know you want that thing, you have to accept that the other side has not changed. And they don't have to change. But I have changed. And because I have changed, I do not want that thing. I do not want to share a home with someone. Do I want to share a life? Yes. But I do not want to do the everyday cooking and cleaning. I do not want to be someone's servant. Helpmate? Even the definition of helpmate is wrong. They decide that helpmate means to do when it really means that you are doing something and you need my assistance. It doesn't mean that I do it all. It doesn't mean that I must kill me in order to serve you. But someone has been trained in that. And then, even as I started coming out of my desire to be a servant, right? And I don't mind doing acts of service. It's my love language. But it's my language. It's my love language. It's when I want to. I don't want to do it as a job description. I don't want to be drained of my joy. I don't want to be drained of me time. I don't want to be drained of feeling whole and seen. And yet, as I gained this agency over myself, I stood with many conflicts. I was comparing myself to other women. I used to define myself through the lens of womanhood and how much I could serve someone else. I used to believe that being a good woman meant that I put up with shit. But I also used to believe that being a good man simply mean you did one thing right. And that was pay the bills. You could be a liar. You could be a cheat. You could be a thief. You could be abusive. And sadly, that's what they were taught. I paid a cost to be the boss. And you are my servant. Not my partner. Not my soft space. Just be obedient. And as I gained agency, I struggled with these ideas because it's kind of like saying, God bless you. I do not subscribe to religion. I believe it's not just spirituality. I don't know what you call it, because I believe that there is a God, or whatever we want to call it, because I feel connected to it. But I also believe that I get to go to the source. I get to feel the source. I get to feel the source internally. And I don't know what you call that, but I do not subscribe to the words in the book. But because I have read the book, because I was raised with the book, because there are things that are innate to me, there are things that I still say. I enjoy gospel music. I say, God bless you. There are sayings and actions that are hard to detach yourself from. So that comes along with all the things about us that we are changing. So because I compared myself to other women, the crazy thing about comparing yourself to other women is that you also judge others. And the reason you judge these other people is because I was not authentically myself. But the closer I get to being myself, the closer I get to being myself, woman, the less I need to judge other women, because now I understand. I understand that they are not me. I understand that they are not supposed to be me. And I understand that some are following the script that they have been taught and have not gone on the journey of discovery and now have agency over themselves. And so for those women, I say, I understand. And because I understand and overstand, I speak not. I hope that what you are doing is who you are. And if it is not, I hope you are given the opportunity and ability to become yourself, to fall in love with yourself. I hope that for men as well. If being this man that the world has taught you to be is not serving you and internally you are struggling, I hope you are given the opportunity to rediscover who you are and what you like without the burden of having to be with someone, and we don't even know who the fuck the someone is, has told you to be. Some of you are out in the world and you want to be married because they have told you to, or you want to be a doctor, or how you define success. And you know good and goddamn well that that is not who you are. You are coming home from work, jumping in your bed, if you are blessed to have those things in this economy, and you are crying yourself to sleep simply because of what others want for you, I want you guys to begin practicing. Practice the undoing of this shit. I want you to first learn how to recognize your triggers. Identify what prompts you to compare. Is it social media? Is it certain people? Is it conversations or events? Because once you know your triggers, you can limit your exposure or shift how you engage with them. But you must know what gets your goat. You must know what gets your goat when you start comparing yourself, when you compare your beauty. I am a proud, beautiful Black woman, and I want to thank my Bradley family for that, because by the time I got out there in the real world and the world tried to call me ugly or too Black, it was too late. Because I had already been told that who I am is enough, that who I am as I am is beautiful. And it was an armor against the world. I had been told that my Blackness is beautiful. I had been told that my intellect is beautiful. I had been told that my hair is beautiful. I have been told that even my weirdness is beautiful. So all the things that make me me are beautiful. And all the things that make you you are beautiful. And that is where I want you guys to be. I want you to understand that what makes you you is beautiful. And those things that make you ugly, those those are the things that you need to unpack. Those are the traumas that you got from other people. Those are the indoctrinations that you have received from outside sources. That does not belong to you. Like I keep telling you guys, give it back. Give it back. Do not carry other people's shame as your weight. Unload it from your life and give it back. Darkness wants to cover you with its darkness because it is stealing your light. And the only way darkness gets to thrive is that it has to constantly find a host. But you don't got to be a host. Give it back. Stop comparing yourself. Stop listening to the world to tell you what's right and what's wrong, because I believe that you know. I believe that you know, and I want you to curate your environment. How many times do I tell you about curating? Curating is why I live in a place of joy. And that's even with life's trials. It's because I recognize that even as I am going through these life trials, I got choices and I get to curate the life and the environment that I want. And that is what I want for you guys. Unfollow, mute people, mute accounts that make you feel inadequate, and follow people that align with who you are, that inspire self-growth, not inspire you to want to be like them, not to inspire you to want to be a consumer or to have a whole bunch of bags or to have a whole bunch of things. I'm telling you, that shit don't make you happy. It's joy for the moment because you've got something. But if it's 1 second of joy, how many seconds in a day? That is how many things you will need. It's a trick to get you to buy, to get you to want, so other people can have money, so other people can be rich because of your lack of self-esteem, because of your lack of self-love, because you want to be something for someone else instead of who you need to be for you. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small you think they are. Treat everything like it's a big mountain that you have climbed. Stop making your wins small. Journal. Note your personal wins and growth moments and things that you are grateful for. I am grateful for today. I am grateful that I can pay my bills. I am grateful that I have a bed. I am grateful that I have hot water. And because it's crazy, right? Because for someone who doesn't have hot water, they are mad that they don't have hot water. But there used to be a time when hot water was not a thing. Right? So all of these things that we have now, most of them are upgrades and updates, and people find joy and misery in them. And that is beautiful. But what happened when Big Mama had to make food from scratch? And yet so many of us complain about having to make instant macaroni. You see what I'm saying? It's gratitude. Figure out where this feelings of lack of gratitude come from. Life is hard, but life is hard when you compare it to what? When you compare it to what other people have or what other people need or what other people expect from you. What do you expect from you? Practice being present. Because comparison often lives Comparison often lives in the imagination, in the imaginary, what could be, what should be, or what isn't yet. Y'all heard that? Practicing mindfulness and being present helps you find joy in what is real and what is happening now. What can you be proud of, guys, in this moment? What really makes you happy? What do you want? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to draw? What do you want? Do you want to be a mother? Do you want to be a wife? Do you want to have a career? Do you want to volunteer? Do you want to sing? What do you want? Do you want to be a servant? Do you want to be a leader? Do you want to start a business? Not what do others want for you. What do you want? What brings you gratitude? What makes you feel whole? It's already inside you. Sit in your stillness and it will show itself to you. Because you've got to learn how to define success and joy and happiness and contentment for yourself. Instead of shaming yourself or feeling envious, I challenge you to ask, what is this feeling pointing to? Is it something I genuinely want? Or just something I've been told I want or told I should want? You get to make a choice, and other people do not have to like it. How other people feel about you is none of your fucking business. There are tons of decisions I make every day that other people don't like. I don't give a fuck. It's how I'm able to allow other people to be their whole selves. And as I consider myself a servant, I am a servant in allowing others to explore who they are. I want you guys to feel how I feel, and not as me, but as yourself. What I want for you is to be your authentic self, because only when you're being your authentic self can the world be a better place. Because if we are all living in our truth, then we can interconnect positively. Then we can be a part of the circle of life. Right now, we are fragments of ourselves, and that's why the world is fragmented. I want you to allow yourself to be honest. Talk honestly about these feelings. Open up in safe spaces with friends, in therapy, journaling, or like me in this podcast. I'm sharing who I am with you, and I'm sharing it through the lens of what I believe is possible for us all. No, you can't be me, but you can be a beautiful you, right? Talk about these comparisons. Remove the shame. And once you remove that shame, it will reveal how common your struggle is. I'm telling you, there is nothing that you are feeling inside that we all are not feeling. Do not have this shame. Speak up. You have a voice for a reason. Speak up. Do you understand what I'm saying? You deserve you. You. You deserve you. That's my quote. It's so crazy. I'm having a moment, guys, because as I said those words, they became even more powerful in this moment, right? Comparison. Listen to this. Comparison makes you blind to your blessings. Comparison makes you blind to your blessings. Contentment opens your eyes to everything you already have. I'm tired of talking to you. Bye.